Okay.
Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Rick Mikszan. I'm a State Farm insurance agent in Tyson's Corner area, and I'm here with somebody I consider a good friend of mine, Dr. Brandon Lemuel. And I met Dr. Brandon actually about 12 or 13 years ago at a networking meeting in Vienna, and come to know him and his team over the years, and his family. He's taken care of my family. My wife, Kathleen, and I, and some other family members. Kathleen especially had some real issues that he practically, was able to get her to walk again when she had some real difficult issues. But anyhow, what I'd like to do is just get to know, have you get to know Brandon a little more. And, so I wanted to ask Dr. Brandon a little bit about, if he would tell us about his background, a little bit about himself, and you just have a forum here with some questions so we get to know him and his business a little better. Hey, Dr. B. How you doing?
Rick, I'm doing great, and just want to say it's an honor to be here today, and thanks for the opportunity here. I'm very excited about this.
So if you don't mind, just kind of share a little bit about yourself, your family, your practice, how you got started, just in a very cursory level, if you don't mind.
Sure, no, absolutely. So originally I'm from Michigan, and so go blue.
Right.
Hope that doesn't turn anybody off already, but but I bring a map. I'm trying to see how this works on Zoom, but this is where I'm from here. Right from the thumb and index, finger there from Michigan. Bay City is originally where I'm from. I moved out here in 2006 after graduating chiropractic school at Palmer College of Chiropractic in Davenport, Iowa, and been out here since 2006. I met my wife, Eros, online, and she's from Venezuela, and so that was an awesome connection. And we've been married now for over 12 years, and we have two beautiful children. Kalista, she is 10. She's in 5th grade already. And
Wow.
then Tyson is 7 and in 2nd grade already, if you can believe that. So, I just absolutely love being a father. It's a privilege, and we have a lot of fun together. So, as far as the business side of things, I have a practice here in Vienna. It's called Pure Chiropractic, and we've been here since 2008. And, maybe if we think back in the economic times of 2008, I know there was some uncertainties then, but we just plowed through it, opened up, and we've been going 12 plus years strong here in the Vienna community. And this whole COVID situation has given us another opportunity to get stronger. So I look forward to sharing that with you. But
Sure.
That's a little bit of background about me and who I am.
Well, I think when most people think of a chiropractic, they may be aware that, spinal adjustments are a big part of what you do. Maybe you can share a little bit about the range of other services and wellness that you provide,
Sure.
that I was so impressed with.
Yeah, sure, Rick. I think it's pretty much common knowledge out there is that if you have a headache or neck pain, back pain, those type of things, that the chiropractor is the go-to person for a natural, holistic, effective, and powerful means to not only help you with your symptoms, but to get to the root cause of the problem. And some of the additional things that we offer in the office is prenatal care. Many people don't know that when you're pregnant, looking to become pregnant, or even after the baby is born, to bring your child in to get checked, even after the birth process, that's even a possibility. But yeah, that's one of our specialties here in the office. We have a family wellness clinic. So as I like to say, womb to tomb. And so during the birth process and after the baby is born, to bring the child in to get checked. 80% of children that are born with subluxations in their spine. That's a specific term describing misalignments that can cause nerve interference and affect development and growth and health potential. So, so prenatal services, we offer stress management. I don't know if anybody who's watching this is under stress these days, but modern life.
Everybody.
Yeah,
everybody,
right? And at unprecedented levels, truthfully, because prior to COVID, modern life was already unnaturally stressful, and then you throw in COVID and politics and back to school. Like people are just frantic out there and seeing more posture related issues. So we help with posture. So if anybody owns one of these right here, which I think everybody does, we can be of great service to help avoid some of those, curves and forward hunching posture that people might see in their grandparents and things like that. We help, peak performers, so high performing, business professionals, athletes, people that are on the go and want to stay healthy because they know that their business, their personal life, their whole life revolves around how well that they are functioning. So we help people with that. We also offer weight loss. With COVID, it's really exposed the U.S. today. Obesity was already at epidemic proportions prior to COVID. And we know that when somebody is obese, it's a comorbidity and puts you in a state of being more vulnerable to viruses and becoming a more hospitable host. So helping people with their weight loss goals. And we know that when you lose weight too, that it's less stress on your joints, such as your low back, your knees, and the rest of the body. And we offer a service called warm laser. So it's using a specific wavelength of light to help promote cellular healing. So it's an additional service that we offer beyond our traditional chiropractic care.
You had mentioned something about being a hospitable host. That isn't something you want to do with COVID-19. Obviously, you want to, you want to be as unhospitable as you possibly can. So, wellness. Yeah. Well, I have a question about your team. Your team. I've always been impressed with who you've associated with yourself as far as team members are concerned. And how you've involved them in your practice. Can you tell us a little bit about your team members and what they do?
Absolutely. So my right-hand person is Lynn, and Lynn is everything to this business. And without Lynn, I couldn't imagine where this place would be. So Lynn is what we would call our integrator. So if people are familiar with the visionary integrator relationship, there was a book written out there called EOS, the Entrepreneurial Operating System. It's a book called Traction by Gino Wickman. So she's an integrator. Some might also see her as a role as an office manager, so more of a traditional term right there. But Lynn runs the business. So she runs the business so I can focus on serving our clients at a high level and help them achieve their health and wellness goals. Additionally, we're blessed to have Dr. Travis. He's an amazing chiropractor with a huge heart, offering great chiropractic care and wellness lifestyle tips to help people outside of the office. So Dr. Travis is here to help with the clinical side and the patient care side of things. And then we have a team of CAs, which CA stands for chiropractic assistants. So we have a check-in CA, we have a check-out CA, and then we also have what's called our tech CA. So we have two people running the front to greet people and welcome them into the office, and really is kind of, think of a new patient concierge, is making sure that they follow our specific system that we have to ensure best results and optimal health outcomes for our patients. And then on the back side of the house is that our technical CA, Catherine, she does a fantastic job in helping assist the doctors to provide the best care on day-to-day visits. So that's our team. At the front, we have Grace and Amanda and Tiara, and that rounds out our team. And we're just really blessed, Rick, to have a great team, because we wouldn't be able to do what we're able to do without a great team. And I always like to remind my clients that there's an I in illness and a we in wellness. It's a team approach.
Well, you're one of the premier people when I think of puns or acronyms. So you've nailed another one. And when it comes to team, I think it reflects in a big way to leadership. And so whenever I've observed being in your office, the interactions of that team, I think your leadership has always impressed me as to their attitude, the way that they interact with customers, and the way they get along with each other. So I think that's a reflection on you. So I kudos on that.
Thanks, Rick.
One other point we did mention briefly about this, this COVID, this horrible, virus that we've been dealing with here in this country for, over 6 months now. And it really has affected a lot of the small business community nationally. And, so I would like you to, if you don't mind, address specifically how you've met that challenge or attempt to meet this challenge here in your practice.
Sure. Thanks for asking this question. I'm very passionate about this one here. I think I'm going to just start this, and I'm just, this is coming up from the heart right now. And I think what people need to recognize is that there's certain circumstances that are going to happen in life. And, some we can, in your business, Rick, it's those
Right.
things that we don't, want to think about or, entertain, because they're not, sometimes they're not really a cheery conversation when we're thinking about protection and ensuring our future. But the truth is that we all know that things are going to come up in life. And I think it boils down to is who you are and the type of person that you show up as. And one thing that I'm committed to is being a lifelong learner and doing the things necessary and doing the work necessary to be the best version of myself that I can be. So, and that also will spill into being the best husband I can be and the best father I can be, the best business colleague, the best leader for my team, the best healer and doctor I can be for my patients, the best community member, so on and so forth. So I always start my days with a morning ritual. Some people might call it hour of power, but I have some very focused activities, such as exercise and a green drink and some journaling and meditation and reading something to enhance my life and teaching somebody else about it, and what I call daily deposits to my family, a note from my wife and then a note from my kids. And I do this as a ritual to get my mindset ready to handle whatever comes throughout the day. So I'm of the philosophy of things are going to happen, and 90% of life is what, or 10% of life is what happens to you, and 90% is how you show up. And so nobody predicted what would happen with COVID. And so, now we're in this position of, what am I able to do? I think there's two paths. There's one path that you might fall into the victim mentality and thinking that there's nothing I can do, and woe is me, and this thing happened and that. And I know that everybody's circumstance is different, and I'm not minimizing that. I'm just here to help speak to others about my experience and help encourage and inspire others that there are things that you can be doing, and you must think about pivoting and adapting to the situation. And in fact, that's what health is all about. When we fail to adapt, that's when disease sets in. When we're able to adapt, that's when we can express health. So we came up with this plan called the Phoenix Plan. And I love this analogy because, and I don't know all the details of it, but it's something of the idea of, you know, you dive into the fiery pit, but then you come out as a more beautiful version of yourself. And it's not, I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying it's simple. There's pain, there's discomfort through the process.
Sure.
If you're willing to lean into it and not ignore it or try to sedate or run away from it, there's some really great things that can come about. So the Phoenix Plan is a 3-step process: stabilization, reactivation, and mobilization. So what we realized is that when this all hit and the Virginia governor gave the stay-at-home order, we knew the first and foremost was to stabilize our current patient base. So this means in unprecedented ways that we were reaching out to our client base. We were doing these videos, they're called DUB, D-U-B-B. So if somebody wants to look at a very forward-thinking way to interact with your clients, because we realize that our business, just like yours, Rick, it's all based on relationships.
Right.
You know, we have great products we offer, but at the end of the day, it's about the relationship. And so owning that. And so just reaching out and communicating. And what I learned is you can never over communicate to your tribe.
Right.
I
agree with that. Right.
You cannot. So we were sending out weekly videos generally to our patient base through email, social media. We were writing or recording individualized 2 to 3 minute videos to specific patients. And just letting them know that, hey, we're here, we care, we're in this together, and we're going to find a way through this. So I had certain patients, they didn't bat an eye, and they just continued coming in because they saw the value of their chiropractic care and enhancing their health and immune system. And then others were just the rule followers and just said, I'm locked in and I'm just going to ride this out for a bit. So we just needed to stabilize to understand where everybody was so we could move forward from there. So it was touching, you know, the touch points to our patients, emails, social media, personalized phone calls, notes, and personalized videos. So that was phase 1. Then it's a layer. I want you to think that phase doesn't go away, but that's the base. The next phase is what's called reactivation. So when people come to me, they're raising their hand and they hire me for a specific job to be their accountability partner and their health coach. And I'm in it with them. And as I say, this is done with you, not done for you program here. And I'm there for them until they say, I'm out. Until the, you know, life changes, their goals change or what have you. But they hired me. So we're in the boat, and the people that, you know, fell out of the boat during this whole COVID shakeup, we circle back around with the life preservers and then bringing them back in.
That's a good analogy.
Yeah, to restabilize.
And you're still doing that. I'm sure you're those life rafts and preservers you're still throwing them out there. You know.
You know it, Rick. Absolutely. Yeah. And people, when they're comfortable and it makes sense to them to come in, they're coming back in. And then we just, you know, reassess where we're at and set a new set of recommendations based on their current goals and their findings. So, and then the third phase, and then we move, and this is layering, stabilization, reactivation, and then now mobilization. You know, look, after the dust has settled here, you being a business owner also, and working with a lot of business owners in the area, as an entrepreneur, you know, we're left scratching our head, meaning that there's got to be a better way than the way that this is all going here, because, you know, small business runs the economy here in the U.S.
Right.
And if this totally disappears, then there's even a bigger ripple effect behind this.
Right.
And I think other people recognize that. So what we're doing is taking leadership into the community and saying, hey, look, now more than ever is the time to focus on your health and what you can be doing. So we're getting out in the community in two ways, Rick. We have, offices are opening back up for lunch and learn. So we were just at Oakton Family Dentistry. We've done other talks in the community where we go on site, provide a lunch, and then just talk to people about their health. This particular workshop went over extremely well. And it was our SOS talk. It's called stress overload syndrome. So it was right on point and what people needed to hear. And so we're getting out in the community that way. And we're also doing virtual webinars. So if it doesn't make sense to go on site somewhere, we can help educate the small businesses and their employees about what they can be doing, stress, posture related, boosting their immune system naturally, simply by just doing this like we're doing right here through a webinar or a virtual meeting. So those are the three phases of how we're pivoting. And then we are actually growing. I was able to hire 2 full-time employees during this whole thing.
Wow.
And so we're continuing to serve people in new ways. The clinic is, I'm not going to say it was pre-COVID numbers, but we're pretty much touching almost to where we were at, and we see a clear path of us continuing to grow and move forward, helping to serve people with stress-related issues, tech, neck, and stresses, back to school with the kiddos, and just keeping people as healthy as they can be during this whole time of uncertainty.
Wow, I have to say that was a very impressive response. I would observe you've really met the challenge, and you're kind of saying, bring it on.
Right.
What's next? So
right.
So congratulations on that. Hey, to wrap this up, can you mind telling us how do we get a hold of you? What's the best way? If somebody wants to know more, or
Sure.
Book an appointment with you, or how do we get a hold of you?
So the best way to follow up, I'm going to direct everybody to our website. It's a world-class website, a ton of great health and wellness information and resources. And then there's a contact us. So it's very easy to find us. It's Pure, P-U-R-E, Chiropractic, chiropractic.com is the best way to reach out. And for our viewers here, Rick, I'm happy to offer a free gift. I wrote a international Amazon bestseller, Pure Chiropractic Health. So if somebody is looking for a better way to health and wellness, I'm happy to mail them a copy of this book. And on our website, we do have a new patient special. It's an amazing opportunity to allow somebody to have a health breakthrough experience. They just go to our website, they follow us there. And our Instagram channel is Pure Chiro Health, all one word, or follow us on Facebook, like us there, Pure Chiro Health also. And it's a great resource of positive, inspiring health and wellness messages.
Fantastic. Well, that gives folks, plenty of venues to be able to reach out and know more about you and what you offer and your team. So thanks for taking time today, this morning. Great to see you, even though it is virtual, but it's been a little while. Look forward to our next in-person meeting. But thanks again. Really value our relationship. Hope to see you soon. Okay.
Yeah, Rick, thank you so much. I appreciate this opportunity. It truly is an honor, and I consider you and Kathleen like family. So anything that we can do to help support you and the family, we've got your back. Okay.
I know you do. Thanks a bunch.
All right.
See you
Thanks so
soon.
much, Rick.
Okay.
Take care.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.